What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now, we're sitting at $50,000. We're down about 0.05%. What I want to do is look at Bitcoin on the line graph and then also on the candles. And the reason why I want to do the line graph is just for the daily candle closes, or basically the closes of this market. It's going to show it a little bit better with the line graph. And what a lot of people have been asking me, and they're saying, Chris, do you feel like we're going to be able to hold these levels, or are we going to be going lower? And guys, what I can truly tell you is right now, I don't know. Okay, this is an area that is very sticky. We're basically in neutral territory right now. A lot of the indicators that I look at, like the relative strength index, we're at 32 right now. The stock's at 0 and 0. So, this is an area where, being in a bull market, you would anticipate that we would get some type of bounce out of here. But we really haven't seen that big volume that you would want to see coming in at some of these levels right now. So we're going to have to wait to see what takes place throughout the day. But the main areas I'm taking a look at here is this $50,000, that big round psychological area. See if we can hold that as support. Then the next area I'm going to look at, which is going to be a big one for us, is about $45,000. So this area, if we end up going down a little bit farther, this spot is where I'm going to want to find support. If not there, it would be down around $40,000. And guys, when we're looking at this, you can take a look at the EMAs. Something that I wanted to point out here is the reason why we're trying to find support so much as well is this is the 100 moving average. We have not back tested this 100 moving average since roughly October 6, 2020. Okay, so we're back to that area now, and what you can see is you see this 20 EMA and this 50, we're actually trading below that now. So those are going to act as overhead resistance, and we're going to have to get back up through them again. And something we're watching for is to see if we get a cross from our 20 down through our 50 here. We have not had that in quite a long time, guys. I mean, we're looking all the way back to about September 7th, 2020. Okay, so this is a spot we do really need to get a bounce out of for Bitcoin. If we get into the technicals here, what you can see is that we actually have a little bit more of a sell side. In terms of the 1-day time frame on TradingView here, we have an 11 sell, an 8 neutral, and a 7 buy. Oscillators 2 sell, 7 neutral, and a 2 buy. So we're looking at the relative strength at 32 right now. Stock's going to be a buy. Commodity index is going to be a buy. Momentum's going to be a sell. MACD level is going to be a sell as well. But as we take a look at these corrections that we've been having, okay, want to kind of measure what they've been. So we're going to use our price range tool, and we're just going to do some of the major ones here. So we are having price corrections of about 26% there. If we go up into this area, another 21%. If we go back to this range, we're just going to try to get a good peek at what our typical retracements are, guys. There's about 19%. And now we're going to look at the area that we're up to right now. And we have went down roughly about 22%. Could we go lower? Yes, I would say the lowest right now that we could probably get away with would be that 200 EMA, which is also going to correlate with that main support area there. So if we did get a major flush to the downside, I would look to find major support at about $39,308. Remember, guys, we always do the upside and the downside because we're looking at this and we're looking at these support and resistance areas and these moving averages to see if we can find that support off it. We're still clearly in an uptrend in the macro sense. If we zoom out here, you can see, so this was March when we had that climax volume bottom, which we have not had that climax volume top. So this was about as close as we got right up in this range. Then we had this nice retracement here. We still haven't really seen it. And now basically what we're doing up in this top is ranging. So we're ranging from about 64,198 all the way down to roughly, call it about $45,500, bouncing back and forth in this area. Okay, so overall, I would say this is a very sticky spot just all around, and we're going to have to wait and see which direction the market is going to want to push because it's the whales who are going to make this move. Okay, it's not going to be the retail traders, in my opinion. It's going to be the whales. If more grayscale buying wants to come in this range, that absolutely can happen, and that could be a catalyst to get us a move to the upside. Right now, guys, in my opinion, if we get out to the candles here, we really examine those now. All right, so you can see this area right here is what's really trying to be defended. So that would be from about 49,952 all the way down to 47,403. So that's going to be the range. What we don't want is something similar to this here, where we just have some weak volume or about average volume. We push up for a day, and then we have another collapse. So right here, it'd be another push up, and then another collapse down into that range. That's why we need buying pressure at this area. And if we look at the volume for today, The volume is at 7.018K. The average volume is at 14.84K. And this is off Coinbase Pro is the chart that I'm using here to get some volume. But, you know, this is the spot where we do need that buying pressure to really pick up things. And, you know, it's just a sticky spot all around, guys. That's the best thing that I can say. You know, down in this range, you would think with the RSI being where it's at 32, the stock being where it's at, we have some support areas here that this would be the spot that the buyers would really step in. But we're going to have to wait and see what type of daily candle close we end up getting, because today's almost been like a short day candle, if you can see that, or a spinning top candle, which I guess more so on the bottom here. But just that fight back and forth here, you can see our range has basically been between about 50,668 and then down to about 49,217, and we got bought up. So we're just going to see if that selling pressure can diminish here and we can get a little bit of a reversal, maybe come up, set a higher low, see if we can get this going just like in here, guys. After we had this big sell off here, we pushed up, came back down, higher low, pushed up again, we set a higher low, then we failed to set a higher high, fell back down, pushed up, higher low, and then we got up to that higher high. But these highs have been getting a little bit weaker here, so we do need to pay attention to that, because the next one we need it to be up a little bit higher, maybe around that $80,000 range. But all around, guys, tough spot here, and we're just going to have to watch and see what type of candle close we get today. If you get something from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. God bless you all. Take care.